copy of that day on the road.
Meeting, I was on early, as I recall. I was on a train watching the,
Spoken out a couple times myself.
What is wrong with
I don't know if anyone's planning on joining the Zoom, I didn't get word, so.
I don't think so. Everybody else is out.
I think they're just gone.
Oh, okay. We have a forum, and
Is David? No, he's not. 11 o'clock. Mr. Chairman, it's 11 o'clock. Hey, Mr. Chair.
yes,
Everybody's been away. All right, we will get started. It's 11 a.m. on this wonderful August day.
yeah.
Representative Woodcock, can you lead us off?
Thank you. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, into public comments.
Yes, Fred Kane from Wolfboro. Back in March, the delegation had voted to put $35,000 aside for legal services and investigation. Could you give us any update on if they've hired somebody and what's going on? I haven't seen any posted meeting on that investigation.
Thank you. Any further public comments? Seeing none, we will move on to the May 12th meeting minutes. Motion to approve.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative Wilcox. Do we have a second?
Second.
Representative Hammond, thank you. Mr. Temporary Clerk,
Yep. We'll call a roll.
please.
Rep. Taylor,
Present.
yes or no?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown,
Yes.
Rep. Hamblin,
Yes.
Rep. Crawford,
yes.
Rep. Bucco, yes. Rep. Woodcock,
Yes.
Rep. Burrows,
Yes,
and the chair.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll review second quarter numbers. Who wants to present those?
I believe you have them, correct?
Mhm.
You have questions?
One, how we're doing. I also know that there were transfers today.
There was one transfer today in the amount of $5,500.
Okay.
Other than that, everything appears to be fine. We're about 60% of the budget expenditures for the year, and it appears that we're on track to have a great year.
Just as of July 10th.
That was as of July 10th, I believe.
Okay, because we have two. We have 8/20, 8/22, and July 10th.
Yes, so the clerk had asked for the second quarter, and I offered that we also have available 8/22, so he suggested I print both for you.
I like that.
So that's why
And
you
we
have
printed on
two.
both pages too. Beautiful. No deficiencies so far?
Not that we're aware of.
The $5,500 transfer was for,
I'll have to take you through that again.
Yep, it's to address
You've got it.
environmental services at Mountain View.
Just a vehicle expense
And also fees and subscriptions, I believe, 2 separate transfers.
All right.
Excuse me, what was the second one?
I believe it's dues and subscriptions.
Okay.
And what lines were those?
I'm trying to find it for you so we can not guess. Just approved this morning, the commissioners meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, here it is, okay.
So this is ES, to fix ES's problem?
No,
Environmental.
there's an explanation on the back of it.
Correct. But there's extra expenses in overtime.
Yes.
Why don't we just adjust the budget to fix that instead of having a transfer? Since the budget's open.
Fine.
Can you do that? Thank you.
Do we have recommendations of where and what we should be changing?
Where did we send 5,500?
You want me to just add these?
Exactly.
Add that amount to those lines? Okay. Mr. Chairman, the nursing home administrator suggests adding $3,000 to the overtime line and $2,500 to the vehicle expense. Which
that
is what
also-
this transfer would have accomplished. Do you think that'll carry you through the year? Yes.
And where are those coming out of?
Do you want to take them out of somewhere or just leave them in there because you might need pair of grounds or fees and services?
They don't mind adding the 5,000 in my budget, I'll do it.
Okay, so we could
We won't
reduce,
add 5, we'll just move your lines around.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, just take them out of those.
Nice try.
well,
That's like 5 grand extra.
I certainly would too, but we are quite up from your budget.
trying to reduce future transfer requests also. Just trying to reduce future transfer requests
I
as well.
agree. I would rather do this than have a whole bunch of transfers. So where do you want it to come from?
So we'll reduce 344.14.029 by $3,000.
Fees and services?
Yes,
Okay?
and reduce line 344.14
Thank you.
.080 Carroll ground
And that'll be 3,500?
by 2,500. A total of 5,500 reduction.
25 and 25?
3,000 from fees and services and 2,500 from care of grounds.
Okay. Seeing no bottom line adjustments, move to approve those budget changes as specified. Representative Smith? You want to move that?
Yes, I'll move.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any questions? Representative Buka.
Can you just repeat the line number? The account number?
So we're staying in on the budget versus, I'm on the 822 budget versus actual for the nursing home under environmental services, which is page 3 at the bottom.
Right.
There's some overspent lines that we can adjust to not have to do a transfer this early in the season.
Right, that's right, I know, I was just asking to repeat the line number.
Yep, it's 005 is overspent, they're looking for 3,000 in that line. They're reducing fees and services by 2,000, adding 2,500 to vehicle expense, and reducing care of grounds by 2,500.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that correct math?
Yes.
That's all under, chairs for questions.
Representative Woodcock.
Thank you, just only relative, only to, we're just looking at the, and if I could show the nursing home administrators here. The generator, if I'm reading this right, is $5,700 budgeted, but they've only used 300. Is that a potential repair, or is that new, or is it just? It's only 5%.
I believe
See, transferring my line, but I didn't know what it is.
Oh.
They'll still be doing service, I'm sorry, Director Murray, maybe more help you with that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that low. I'm thinking that maybe something got put in another line. We'll take a look at that and make sure what's supposed to be there gets there.
Thank you. Representative Woodcock, did you have a question as to why it was overspent or underspent, or?
No, I was just surprised it's only 5%, and we're transferring from other lines, that's all. That was $5,000 sitting there. I just didn't know actually what it was for.
Yeah. Thank you for the question, sir. Any further discussion? Mr. Clark? Mr. Temporary Clerk?
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford? Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes. Thank you. Representative McAleer has joined us.
11-12.
Packet in the middle of the table, summer capacity. Oh, he's got one. All right, I'm sorry.
How is the agency staff working out? I see that we're 58% expended.
Yes, agency staff actually is going pretty well. We are down year-to-date versus budget. We did sign a supplemental agency contract today, just they couldn't fill all the slots we have in the future. We did a great job with recruitment. We have a lot of seasonal per diems that work the summer for us. These are, I don't say kids, but when you're my age, they're kids, but these are young adults that either were in nursing school or also had their LNA license. We're looking for more hours, so we adjusted our seasonal per diem contract so they would be in compliance with our per diem, for their ability to work so many shifts. So most of them are going to be going home going back to school in the next couple of weeks. But for agency to go down in the summer is unheard of. And my schedule did a great job filling them in with the help of my director of nursing. So it is looking positive.
Good, and how are we looking from last year to this year? We're still at the same number?
No, we're lower than last year. Last year we ended the year, I think we'll probably end up 10% lower than last year, the agency cost.
Representative Burrows.
Thanks for taking my question. Can you tell me, do you think that if we were to raise the salaries of some of those positions that we'd be able to recruit more people and get that agency number down?
That is a great question. When people come and interview with us, we're right in the ballpark of where everyone else is, all our competition. So I think it may help a little bit, but we're also bound by a CBA as well. So we'd have to.
I'm sorry, CBA?
Collective bargaining
Okay.
agreement. So we're bound to that for another couple of years. And every year in our CBA, we have an increase in those salary lines. So,
Thank you.
Yep, I think if the sheriff is still here, I think a few years ago, we made an adjustment to, in an off budget, off CBA budget negotiations, and we would have been liable for a grievance because we adjusted it outside of the negotiating process.
Actually, another question.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Representative Burrows.
For the people that aren't bound by the union, my understanding is there are some nursing staff that are not part of that. What about the possibility of raising those hourlies or salaries for those people?
those are mostly my registered nurses and any of my administrative nursing staff. So yeah, we look at those a lot sooner than the CBA. And any ones that have been low, have been too low, we've gone and asked for increases, when it's budget time, things like that. But we're right in the ballpark. We have no openings, in my administrative staff. In our ends, in our LPNs, I believe we only have one opening. Most of it's my LNA crew.
Okay, thank you.
Has our restriction been lifted by the state on
It has.
LNAs?
It has, yeah.
Thank you. Any further questions on the budget for the second quarter? All right, seeing no questions. Questions on revenue? You're on track with revenue for, let's see here. Registry of Deeds, are we on track with that?
Yes, and August is looking quite robust, so yes, we're on track.
Okay. Corrections, how are you doing?
With our updated contracts, we're currently over our revenue at the moment.
I like that. Thank you. And nursing home, how is that doing? We getting in our,
Everything is extremely well in the nursing home. Our pro share was higher than we had budgeted. Our, our revenue from just room and board and things like that is higher than we budgeted, so we will have a very good year revenue-wise.
do we have revenue numbers for the nursing home? There it is on the back page. We're at 76% right now as of the end of August.
Yes. And I don't believe the latest bed tax revenue is part of that, and that was higher than what we had budgeted as well, so that's a quarterly payment that we get, so that will be another line that we will be over.
Good, because I only see 978 in for pro share so far.
For pro share?
That, if I could, Mr. Chairman, that's the amount over what we anticipated.
Yeah, it should be a little under $1 million positive surplus.
2.678?
Yep.
That's the other number? Okay. And the bed tax we're under? Or is that due to come in?
That just came in last week, $436,000.
Will we get that quarterly?
Yes.
Thank you. Any questions on revenue? Move on to the review of the previous ARPA appropriations. Ms. Siemens put together a nice package for us. we also...
document are you using, Mr. Chair?
I'm sorry?
Which document are you using?
It is in your packet. It is this one.
Thank you.
Any Representative Brown?
Thank you. So, I'm just curious what the process is that we're going to use to go through this document. I have read it, reviewed it, I have a couple of questions on it, just to make sure I understand the process and where we're going now. I mean, do you have any particular recommendations on where we're going from here?
I don't. I wanted everybody to have the information in front of them so they could form their own questions. So it doesn't look like the chairman's just...
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, I ask, okay.
Representative Brown.
So, Ms. Siemens, can I ask you a question? I just want to make sure I'm following this right. There's a couple of questions I have here, and I find no fault with the document itself. It's just I want to make sure I'm clear on some of the processes. On the second page of the document, well, actually on the first page, there were, on the bottom, they indicated there was no dollar amount assigned to this approval and no contract was signed. So on the bottom of the last page, so we specifically didn't approve any monies for that, right? Okay, so.
For the annex project?
Yes.
Correct.
So then, I mean, I remember voting on this stuff and having an opinion on where we were going with it, but based on the documentation, I think we may have not done what we thought we were doing at the time. So then on the second page, it indicates at the top, in the first paragraph, county is voting to spend ARPA funds under the standard allowance ruling that the commissioners voted. Can you just clarify what the standard allowance ruling is for me?
So if a county has a population less than 250,000 or they receive less than $10 million in ARPA funding, they were allowed to take the standard allowance, which is just a revenue replacement, without having to prove that you actually lost revenue. So we were in a position right from the very beginning, we could have taken that 9.5 million right off the top, put it in the bank and proceeded, but we treated it more like a grant.
Okay.
And then actually there's document in April of 22, I believe, during routine reporting where the CFO had checked the box that we were using it as revenue replacement. So does that help clarify?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, may I go through the other questions I have? Okay, thanks. So then we go down to the May 12th section where we approved $4,150,765 for certain projects. And there's no dollar amounts indicated under each project, so I'm not faulting that. I just wanted to make sure I understood where we were going as we move forward, because I know initially we didn't approve the paving or the electronic records projects, but I remember subsequently, I believe we did approve that. Is that not correct?
So at the August 7th executive committee meeting, that committee voted to add $233,000 to the budget for the electronic file storage.
Right.
Today, we're asking the delegation to approve the paving, the carpeting, and the work on the nursing home.
Okay, so my notes were, I was just curious what those specific dollar amounts are. Is that someplace in there that I didn't see? Okay, so I'm sure you can get that for us
Yeah,
before we move forward, but that was a question. I just wanted to make sure I followed that
I
correctly.
can give you those now if you...
Sure.
Okay. For improvements to Mountain View community, including the laundry facility addition, it's $1,937,932.
And so did we sign a contract for that yet?
No.
Okay, thank you.
And we can have more discussion, probably the chair would allow late as we go, maybe to talk
Okay.
about what gopher is,
Yeah.
how it relates to that.
Okay.
And then the carpet replacement is $67,262. And that's for replacing carpet that was damaged at the jail
The roof.
the issues we've had there, as well as replacing the carpet in the county attorney's office and some carpet replacement in the sheriff's department.
Okay.
And the paving project is $691,510.
And those we haven't approved yet, right?
Correct.
And then an additional clarification on this, on the August 7th, 2025 Executive Committee meeting, we talked about full delegation improvements for, to buildings for over 5,000, referred to RSA 2413. Unfortunately, I didn't look that up for up to 25,000. Can you clarify that for me?
Right, so if there's an improvement to a building or construction of a building in excess of 25,000, it requires a vote of the full delegation.
Okay, so then, I just want to make sure I understand. So that's just for these three particular projects, so from 5,000 to 25,000, they need approval, or just over 25?
I can pull up the RSA if you like.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're within.
I don't want to misquote it.
I just want to make
but-
sure we're within compliance, since we've had some
Some
issues
other
that we weren't
things.
clear on recently. I just want to make sure we're set on that.
In my opinion, everything else had come to the full delegation, so, and it was approved, so if it included an improvement to a building, you covered it because you met in full delegation versus executive committee.
Okay, and on the next page on open request, that's what you just spoke about the funding for the carpet, the paving, and the...
Right, and the Gopher project.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the Gopher project, we're asking for the delegation to approve expending the full amount, the 1.9 million, because it has to be expended, and then we get reimbursed by Gopher 775,000, but we have to put it all out there first.
Okay.
And it's not a grant, it's a revolving loan, so we have an obligation to spend that by June 30th of 2026.
Okay, so thank you. So under that same paragraph, under the Gopher, I just want to make sure that where we stand on the laundry addition too. I know we've done something with the engineering or something before. Is that true or
Yeah,
not?
and we have firm numbers. The commissioners voted to approve it today. They were able to, negotiate some cost savings, and the commissioners approved it today at their meeting.
Great. Thank you very much for your clarifications.
You're welcome.
Any further questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, you're welcome. I just have one. Where in the commissioners' minutes or meetings is the number that was moved into the budget?
When the standard allowance was taken?
$7,300,000 and whatever dollars was transferred.
So there's meeting minutes from November 21st. Sorry, I don't have a packet. I think the information is November 21st, 2024, and then December 9th, 2024. There were some questions about the legality of the November 21st meeting, so I had them repeat it just for good measure.
Correct. And the vote to take the allowance was checked off in 22. Every other expenditure from the ARPA funds had a public vote. Would that be correct?
Correct.
Why was this not voted in public?
The standard allowance was voted in public.
The standard allowance did not have a number attached to that.
No, the document from the CFO, though, was made publicly available after the meeting. I think that had numbers in it. In your packet, there's correspondence. And that's what the commissioners used to base their vote on November 21st and December 9th.
Okay. So there's no mention
So there was
of...
no dollar amount in the minutes, is that what you're referring to?
That is correct, or in the vote.
Fair, yeah.
And also why the transfer policy was avoided.
I guess so that's why I went back in time. Because I was trying to figure out, in the interest of working together, what went wrong, where things went sideways. And it appears that from 2021 till the end of 2024, none of those transfers were ever brought to the delegation, yet almost $3 million was spent from the ARPA money. Unfortunately, the vote that you had taken on August 21st of 21 wasn't carried through. That's the only explanation I have, and I don't know if, then, but we had a new CFO coming on board, we had a new delegation, if it got lost, but some of us were a constant there, and I don't know if we just overlooked it. On both sides, so.
Final question. Were any of these numbers in the 2.8 million added to our budget?
All of the ARPA was accounted for off of budget.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Representative Burrows.
Thanks for taking my question. So is that the accepted practice to have that ARPA money off budget? Is that how it's usually done?
The guidance from Treasury was to keep it off budget,
Okay,
but however, when it hit our budget, it should have been transferred by us.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Question, Mr. Chair.
Representative Woodcock.
I'm not sure this is relevant to this, it's probably more of my confusion. On the printout on the approved and unapproved, the gazebo, what's the status of the gazebo?
So
I
that,
thought that began,
that chart that you have in your packet is the Gopher loan that we have currently. So we had put in for all the things in the left-hand column, and they approved everything except the gazebo. To date, the sprinkler system, therapy tub, security camera, O2, doors, those have all been done, and we've gotten our share of the reimbursement. So the only thing outstanding is the top one, which is the annex. As I explained in the document, the commissioners have shifted away and would rather invest in adding on to the new nursing home using that money. If the delegation approves us moving forward, our next step is to take it to Governor and Executive Council to get that change of scope so we can get this project underway.
Please.
so the gazebo did whatever they started, just didn't get started all because it's still zero approved.
We have a wish list of other things to do. One of those is a pavilion for the residents, so they have an outdoor gathering place. We have designs, we have rough quotes, but nothing's in the works as far as that goes right now, formally.
Okay, thank you.
Gopher just decided that wasn't part of their program.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Representative Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So in regard to what we were just talking, right, I noticed this in the notes before, that I forgot to bring it up. When would we be planning to bring this request, the revised request, to the Executive Council and the Governor, so we can make sure we have this funding straightened out?
If you approve it today, I will immediately notify Gopher so they can tell us what materials we need to include so they can put on the September agenda for Governor and Council.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further questions? Why hasn't we requested a change of use prior to today for the Gopher funds?
Requested from Gopher,
Gopher.
because we didn't have firm numbers, and now we do. And we have to send them a firm quote as well as the timeline, and we didn't have that till today, by way of a formal vote of the commissioners approving the dollar amount.
Okay, so it would be premature for us to approve this without knowing whether 775 will be reimbursed to us or not?
I think it would help us get that approval if the delegation were supportive, pending governor and council approval. We could show that the delegation supports it.
Well, we'll consider an act upon the request for undesignated fund balance. You can lead right into that, how it was approved today, and everything behind it right now. Any other questions on ARPA funds? Seeing none, you may proceed with the annex presentation. Is that the first one?
For our request to expend from the undesignated fund balance. So we have the carpeting, the paving, and the addition on the nursing home. I'm not sure where you want to start.
Let's do the easy ones first.
Okay. start with the smallest amount, $67,262 for the carpet.
What page is
I move that.
this sheet?
Has that been given to the delegation, your request?
So other than the packet that I gave you, there isn't a formal separate request. I do have I should make a copy of my cheat sheet for the rest of you. Would you like to look at it first before I?
And we have numbers of where this is going to, in and out?
Yeah, I wrote motions at the bottom for the account numbers. Yep, I did all, yep.
So can you get that?
Yeah.
I can,
That way-
make copies.
The way that'll be easier for us to do motions.
Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I need a lot more than this one, thank you.
And I would bring the packet, did the commissioners vote on the packet for the annex? What it'll entail, or are we just gonna get a verbal overview?
For the annex?
Yeah.
We're not doing anything.
I'm sorry, not the annex, the
The laundry.
laundry.
We have all the information to put it down in the courtroom,
And,
if you'd like to see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the nursing home administrator, the facilities director, both here, they've been right involved with the whole thing.
Yeah, for the rest of the delegation so they can follow along.
Okay. Do you want to let them do that while I do this?
Yep, I'm gonna move on to subcommittee assignments.
Okay.
So while we're waiting for that paperwork, subcommittee assignments, last year we did the outside agency subcommittee. That worked out fairly well. That was Representative McDonald, Brown, and Woodcock. That'll be reconstituted for this budget cycle. If you guys want to get started ahead of that time, feel free. So it'll be McDonald, Brown, and Woodcock. Second subcommittee was a request from one of our members, Representative Burrows, Brown.
Well, if I can,
Do you want to
it came
speak briefly? Yep.
It came from me. I did some research and became concerned about what the Medicaid cuts could ultimately do to the financial viability of the nursing home. And I thought it would be a good idea to get ahead of it. I spoke to Representative Brown. I called the nursing home administrator. And I just, there was in the paper about that the Merriman House was thinking about closing the nursing home, which also concerned me, though I understand now there may be a new project at the Ridgeline. But I just thought it would be good to get ahead of it rather than just kind of waiting to see if things go south.
It'll be more fact-finding, not a recommendation.
Fact-finding.
Representative Brown, you okay with that?
I am.
Chair?
Sure.
Need one more volunteer.
You left the room.
You can have 2 and 1.
What's that?
2 and 1.
Oh, it has to be 2 and 1, okay. Really?
Yep.
I think they meant Rs and Ds. Is that-
Yes.
Is that a law or?
It is.
Okay, wow.
Yep. It has to be respective of the breakdown.
Okay, I didn't know that. Don't everybody jump?
I think they're looking for volunteers,
I am looking for volunteers, so who wants to volunteer for the third position?
since I have to.
Since you got chair. Representative Hamblin?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just remember that being a delegation subcommittee, you are subject to minutes and posting requirements and 91A.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
As part of that, are we authorized to talk to people out, like somebody at the Merriman House to gather information? There's no problem with that?
I would invite them to a meeting or a Zoom call.
Okay,
Or
so,
meet, whatever you guys want to
okay,
use.
so it needs to be public?
Yes.
Got it, okay.
Need a motion on this?
Typically not for subcommittee things, but if you'd like one, I'm more than happy to, Mr. Vice Chairman.
Follow up, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Brown, you're going to be busy this year. Yes, sir. You volunteer for something else.
No, I'm trying not to volunteer for anything. But I seem to have been drafted on this one. So my question is, I know when Representative McConkey and myself and Representative Page had worked on the child care issues in housing, that we had had meetings with other agencies independently. I believe we indicated publicly that we were meeting, but I don't believe we did anything other than that we noticed people that we were meeting. But I just wanted to make sure if we meet with the Merriam House or other people, how that process would work for us as far as legal requirements for notification.
Depends what the topic would be.
Because I would typically go there and see what it was like as we had before.
Well, you certainly can take, just make sure you notice that you're going to have a visit with the Merriman House.
Okay.
You guys are very detailed in what you were doing
okay.
at the time, so I would maintain that.
And add it to the minutes.
Add it to the minutes you visited and the discussion was. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So
You're
we sit
welcome.
down.
Thank you.
Thank you. One more. Thank you.
No. I can ask Lucy Weber. Oh, Human Services. Husband's an additional expert in this. He's an expert. He's an independent. He's an independent.
Chairman Avellini likes it.
179. 903.
So, just the public one, you're saying? Oh, sure. Absolutely. I just found out yesterday that they're building this whole facility at the Ridge Line in North Comeau. Yeah, they're gonna do a thing with nursing home, memory care, and hospice. I know. Yeah, I just got a notice of that.
All right, subcommittees are out of the way. Floor is yours for the carpeting.
Thank you. So I'd ask the delegation to approve $67,262 for replacement carpeting, with $8,707 going to 4901-097, and it's at the bottom of the sheet, okay? And 58,555 to line item 4901-089.
Are those creating new line items?
Bear with me a sec. My computer went to sleep. All right.
So, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
While we're waiting for her to look, I believe we have the department heads for the areas that are impacted. Would we want them to speak about this or not?
Yeah, I want to get the motion right,
Okay.
and that way everybody knows what they're voting on.
Okay, thank you.
It creates new line items
For both
for
items?
both the jail
requests?
and the administration building. Yes.
Everybody clear on that request and motion? Motion to approve,
I'll move.
I'll second.
Smith and Brown. Feel free to present. Administrator Murray?
Speaking for the sheriff, attorney and superintendent, they just have carpet that's either old or been damaged, and they're long overdue for replacement. So we put out to bid carpet replacement, got the bid which you received, the commissioners have approved it. Just need your approval to spend the ARPA money.
Representative Brown?
Just
Question four.
quick clarification. So the largest amount, 58,000, is going to what area of the county?
The admin building.
Thank you.
The admin building?
Admin,
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
So that would be the county attorney and the sheriff's department.
Thank you.
Representative Bowers?
Yes, thank you. Just a quick question. I remember I brought up when you were starting this project about PFAS, and most carpet I don't believe has it anymore, but I'm just wondering if you know if those chemicals are anywhere in these products.
I'm fairly certain that they are not.
Yeah, I am too. I just,
Yes.
asked.
Thank you. Are we using tiles, or are we going back to?
Tiles. I love tiles.
I love tiles too. What's the warranty on 10 years?
I'm not sure, but it's,
Significant?
yes.
Tiles for, I'm sorry, what are the tiles for?
Carpet tiles rather than one big sheet.
It's easy to
It's
replace.
easy to repair.
Oh, I get it,
You
okay.
know, so you get a spot on something that you can't get out, you can just pull up
Oh,
the
yeah,
tile
you
and
can do that, okay.
put down a new one.
Thanks. That'd be good to know. I had a cat too. I could have done that.
Yeah.
All right. Question?
No, I'm going to call the,
Any further questions? Representative Smith?
okay. Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamblin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
And Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next.
Mr. Chairman, I would paid but the vote is at the end.
No.
This was
Okay, thanks.
Paving?
So we're requesting the delegation to approve $691,510 for the county complex paving project, with $215,000 going to 4901-095, $398,460 going to 4901-099, $60,920 to 4901-089, and $16,530 to 4195-080.901. So, should we walk through the project, or?
Actually, I'm looking for Department 4195.
That's it,
It's
administration.
county facilities, care grounds. Because there's a portion of this project that involves doing some spot work on the complex, specifically behind the administration building. There's an area that needs to be taken care of. So they also included in their bid doing spot work for the areas that weren't being repaved.
And the sheriff's getting his
Impound lot
impound lot?
behind the administration building parking lot. So that involves the site work, permitting, trees, fence, that's all included in there.
And what was that project cost?
$215,600. The pad, the fence, the cover, the whole, the
Cameras?
drive around.
Cameras?
Can we include cameras in that?
Yeah, the cameras already see it, could see it better, but they already see it.
And we have extended electricity out to that area already, sort of?
Sort of.
Okay.
Will that be an additional cost?
If you want independent permanent power, yes. If you're just taking it off of the poles, the light poles, so there's only nighttime power, it shouldn't be very expensive.
Okay. All right, so that's one project. The 398 is going to,
The nursing home?
that is for the sidewalks.
So that replaces all of the sidewalks in front of the nursing home, as well as paving, all current paved areas related to the nursing home.
Okay, is that including curbing?
Yes.
Yes.
All new, or just going to refurbish what we have?
Mostly new. Or resetting the
Resetting.
stones, yes.
This also includes striping and, you know, after the fact.
And that's the entire campus all the way out to 153
County Farm Road, 171.
and the other side?
Yes, so this area specifically is right around the nursing home. When you get into the next one, the 60,920, that's our main driveway into the complex in front of the admin building. It's also squaring off an area and adding a couple additional parking spots.
Okay. And that's also striping, replacing
Yes.
curbstones,
Yep.
new signage?
Don't think signage is included in this.
No signage necessary.
Okay.
It also includes the, what do you call it when you do the 18 inches off the edge? Shouldering?
Yes.
Did I hear DPW from the audience?
Okay. And what are the shoulders going to be made of?
Gravel.
Straight gravel, reclaimed gravel, or just something that's not going to chew up our lawnmowers?
Yeah, it's high pack gravel,
Okay.
processed, I think is the term, processed gravel.
Any replacements of culverts, any drainage that needs to go on before this happens?
No drainage work, but there's going to be some adjustments of grids, catch basin grids.
At the nursing home.
So they'll be
Reset.
reset in concrete, or still just going to be leveled and
No, they'll be mortared in.
do we want it in? Okay. And last one, 16,530.
And that's the one I spoke of, it's just spot areas around the complex.
Okay. So this will be about 90% of the complex will be done with this money?
Yes.
Nothing around here?
No,
A couple of spots.
they're fixing that giant hole in the front, just claiming that out and flattening it so people don't.
It's still there, I can guarantee it.
Yes,
You can park your car in it.
I reminded myself this morning.
that was one of the spots.
And
So then we just have DPW and jail to put in our capital improvement program for later.
okay. Is this going to be sealed afterwards?
Not this year, no.
Usually the first.
Okay.
No. Fresh pavement? No, we're not sealing fresh pavement.
Okay. Cracks, whatnot, any other striping, any other crack fill, anything else going on with this money?
No.
Okay.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, hold on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Motion to approve.
I'll motion.
Representative Smith, do we have a second? Representative Brown? Now your question.
Can you tell me how many actual bids we received on this and what the bid spread was? Just one bid?
Yes,
Nobody bid on it, nobody bid,
One bid.
we had one bid, that was it. And we sent it out to other people.
yep.
Okay.
Chairman, a quick question. Do you know how they price this out? Do they price it out by square foot or anything like that, do you know?
For yards.
Per yard, square foot?
Should be in their package.
I have I brought the actual bid with me.
So while you're looking at that, can I ask you how this bid price came in compared to what our estimate was, and who did the estimate?
I'm not sure we did an estimate, did we do an estimate? definition?
We put together a scope.
Sorry, I was looking.
I'm going to simply say this, that I spoke about this last year, probably the year before as well, about bids. If we don't do a legitimate estimate and we don't get 3 bids, then how do we know we're getting a fair price? I'm not satisfied with this process that we have. That has to be fixed. It has to be fixed so we know that what we're getting for pricing is legitimate. So that when we approve this, we feel like we're doing what we need to do to represent the taxpayers of the county to make sure we're getting fair pricing. And right now, I'm not satisfied that I know we need to do this work, but I'm not satisfied that we're doing our due diligence to make sure we're getting a fair price. Something has to change with that.
I think that might be at an RSA level. If we put something out to bid and we only get 1 bid.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we have to do a legitimate estimate first, so that if we only get 1 bid, that we know we're getting a fair price for our taxpayers. So how do we know we're getting a fair price at this point? Thank you.
Well, that's why I was asking if there's a square foot, square yard that you could, there's got to be some industry standard that we could compare it with. And that was my question, basically.
Commissioner McGee?
There is a lot that goes into the paving process. It's the mix of the actual asphalt, there's a lot of different things. I don't honestly understand why we don't get more bids. And the bidder that bid is one of the biggest pavers in New Hampshire. And they own their own asphalt plant. And a lot of the other people buy the asphalt from the people who own the plants. So obviously, if the people who own the plants want the business, they bid accordingly. And I agree with Richard Brown. It bothers me a lot that we can't get more bids, multiple bids. And I reach out to some of these people and say, I didn't in this particular case, why they don't want to bid. And there's a whole bunch of reasons. They don't have the capacity to do more work. There's just a lot that goes into it. And it is, and I'm a selectman of Marlboro. We run to the same thing. And it is what it is. And are we getting a good deal? I don't know. The company that bid this one is supposedly one of the best contractors in New Hampshire.
Who is it exactly?
MRI. I mean, GMI. Yeah.
They're good company.
And they did the lot at the administration building a few years ago. And they were competitive because they have their own equipment. They have their own grinder, the big grinder, to tear up the asphalt. They have their own, where all the other, a bunch of little companies don't. They have their own asphalt, so they can be competitive.
Was grinding a requirement in the RFP?
I'm sorry?
Was grinding a requirement in the RFP?
I don't believe so.
It's an overlay, basically.
Okay. So we're just skimming?
Basically, yeah. Shim and overlay.
Mr. Chair?
Representative Burrows.
I don't know about the process for putting, how these are noticed. Where does it go that people can see that there is this project up for bid? Other than the website, I have seen things on the website.
It is advertised in the newspaper, goes on the website. We also will send it out to contractors that we're familiar with. It also, maybe this one didn't, but sometimes I'll send it out like to the delegation or the counties and, cities and towns just to see, who they use. Do they have a recommendation? Can they pass it on?
And when it hits the newspaper, the commercial companies that put out construction bids, they have a little publication that they send out. It's electronic now. They always grab them, so it's out there.
So I assume a lot of this has to do with lack of labor to do these.
Lack of labor, lack of interest.
Whether they want the business or whether they want the business.
Commissioner?
No, I was just thinking. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. No, I was just going to state, just to make sure everyone understands, the company didn't know they were going to be the only bidders, so we assumed that they submitted a competitive price because they didn't realize they were going to be the only ones.
Representative Hamlin?
So from what I'm hearing, if I understand correctly, nobody knows why we only got one bid back, when supposedly all companies should have known, but has anybody from the county contacted the other companies and asked, would you like to submit a bid? If not, why not?
Well, now that the bids have been opened and it's public, how much? If we reached out now, we would get lower. Is that a fair competitive process? No. So, no, we haven't.
You ready? Can I ask?
Let's do, go ahead, Representative Brown.
So, I'm not comfortable, since I asked before that we get 3 bids, or that we do have a consultant, an engineering firm, do estimates for us, since we don't have the expertise to do it in-house. I would like to ask the commissioners to commit to moving forward, at least have at least a line item or something in our budget moving forward to work with the consulting firm to do the estimates for us, so we make sure when these bids come in that we have a reasonable price on these projects. I don't think that's unfair to the taxpayers of the county. Some of these things, we may be able to defer some of the work if we don't think we're getting a fair price and only do what we need to do. So I'm asking the commissioners to look into this and get back to the delegation on this for future project work, please. Thank you.
Do you need a motion, or is just you want to go with the request?
No, I'm going with that request. I mean, the commissioners, I think they know where I stand. If they don't do this, I'm not going to vote for approval of these projects in the future. It's just
Representative
not
Taylor.
reason.
Is this project to be completed this year?
I believe, what was it called, the staff? No? What's it say on it? I can't remember.
I'm not sure at this point if we can fit into their schedule.
Yeah, they're booked out usually.
For the whole project this year, they may be
booked
able
out.
to do parts of it, like the work around the, specifically, if I could, what brought it forward in the first place is the sidewalk in front of the nursing home is a liability. Bob could probably speak to the, because he sees it every day, the heaving of the sidewalks and the concrete's a tripping hazard. We've had complaints filed previously, so we're trying to eliminate that risk and that liability. So that's what brought them here in the first place. So it's, well, while you're here, what else needs to be done? And we found drainage issues there and other things that need to be remediated. So that's what got us started. I just wanted to stress the importance of that we're trying to mitigate a risk.
Mr. Chairman?
Please.
And the other problem you run into is if you do defer it, the longer you defer it, the more it deteriorates and the more it costs you to fix it eventually. To the point where you do have to rip it up. So at this point, we can shim and overlay, which is, even though it's a lot of money, it's still the cheapest option right this minute.
Representative Hamlin.
Thank you. So if we're talking about things like heaving to the sidewalks in front of the building, et cetera, does this project mean that we're actually digging up the sidewalks and relaying the groundwork underneath it?
Yes.
Okay.
The beauty of New England frost. Pavement handles it a little better than concrete in terms of flexibility.
Improving drainage.
Yeah.
Because the water that gets underneath there, that's what heaves it. So if we can improve the
Correct,
drainage
that's why
underneath
my
it,
question was, that we
it'll be
do
less
something
heaving.
like that, not just paving over the top of it.
Representative Woodcock, please.
Thank you. I'd like to follow up on Representative Brown's comment. Particularly, if I recall, Richard talked extensively when we did the roofing, extensively about the value and the need to have consultants and architects or engineers. I think at that time, Representative Brown, you gave 3 or 4 examples. I'm surprised that was like a long talk twice. It wasn't like just a passing comment or rationale. So I agree with you 100%. I'm not sure it's a valid price. I do hear what Commissioner Chandler said, and he makes a valid point as well, clearly. But I have a question for Mrs. Bob. If I just understood correctly, the start and finish date of this project is not going to be during this fiscal year, right, this calendar year?
We're going to try to get it done this year. I'm not sure we can.
Yeah. We don't have a finish date on that. We don't have a start date, right?
No, this bid is dated July 3rd of 2025, so.
Okay.
I believe they were intending to do the project this year, if we could get the approval needed to move. Yep.
Follow up?
Thank you. Assuming you talked about the expansion of the project, the initial liability concern that the sidewalk area over there, can that particular issue that created the concern initially be pulled out of this bid and just do that work? So you could get that done before the close of the year and then go back to the primary process for paving for next spring?
I would be more comfortable if you just approved, if that's where you're going.
I'm just asking if it can be pulled out.
Approve it's not separate and specific in here, it's by building, by bid 1, 2, 3, and 4, so the nursing home is a bid all by itself with the sidewalks, the driveways, doing the drainage, everything all related to the nursing home.
Thank you.
Director Murray, you want to add in?
Yeah, please. To answer your question, yes, it can be pulled out, but it would not be prudent. Mobilization is a big factor in keeping the price down. And if you have a contractor coming back and forth, they're mobilizing multiple times, it's going to cost more.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
prudent.
Thank you.
I reiterate Representative Brown's thoughts on this, and again, Commissioner McGee mentioned that this particular firm is the biggest one in the state.
Well, it's one of the biggest ones.
And other people buy asphalt from them. I mean, I don't know this, but, I mean, could somehow, have they shut other people out of bidding on this? I mean, the bidders.
Oh, I don't know, you have to ask the
No,
question.
I don't know.
No, to Commissioner Chandler's point, nobody knows who's bidding.
Yeah, well, right. But I mean, could they have possibly coerced other bidders not to do this? I mean, the fact that we don't have anything more than one bid does concern me.
We want that on record.
It's already on record.
It's questionable.
Mr. Chairman, if I could too, this isn't unusual for us to receive one bid. It happens often. No matter how much we put it out there, no matter how big or small the project is, this isn't just...
And in the case of the jail roof, we did actually have 3 bids. We didn't actually not go with the lowest bid because it wasn't certified.
I have one, I didn't know if everybody else wants one.
And we did use the firm to give us an evaluation, so we do the best we can with the diligence. I mean, based on what's doable. And we will continue to do that.
So if I might, Mr. Chairman.
Follow up, Representative Brown?
So just to go back to what we spoke about before, when we had the bids for the jail roof, I was told initially that we couldn't get consultants to do the work. Fortunately, I have some experience in this field, and we did get a consultant to come and help us get this work designed and bid. And that's part of the way we got 3 bidders. So what I'm saying is we have consultants who work in this business help us with this process because we're not experts here at the county doing this. And we don't have, not being critical, but we don't have a trained project management person that does this as a full-time job. So if we do look at this a little more appropriately, I think we can save the county some money and maybe save ourselves some time as well. So I didn't look at this in detail. I don't want to tie up the whole committee on this, but my question is typically, I know when I had my paving done on my job and when I've done jobs in the past, they typically give a date from signing of the contract that the work would be done within 90 days or 120 days or whatever. Did they do that in this bid? I don't know. I'm not going to go through the whole bid. So that's something that I would suggest that we look at to make sure when we look at these. I'm not trying to make a big deal of this particular project. I'm trying to straighten out our process here in the county. It has to be fixed.
There's really nothing wrong with the process.
There is a problem.
No, there isn't, because we do what we can do. We ask for the
Follow
bids. If they don't come, I mean, I guess you could sit here and call every vendor. Rich.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we have a responsibility to the taxpayers to make sure we're getting a fair price, and we have not done a reasonable estimate on this, and we don't have the expertise to do it in-house. What I'm saying is to make sure we have reasonable pricing on this, as responsible representatives of the county, that's our job, to make sure we're getting fair prices. I'm not saying that we're gonna get 3 prices on everything. What I'm saying is, this price could be a fantastic price, but I have no way of knowing that without doing my own estimate. Okay, I'll tell you, when I did my paving on my driveway, I had prices from $17,000 to $30,000 for the same job.
Why was that? And that's.
And I had 3 different vendors give me the pricing.
So you have to compare them apples to apples.
I did compare apples to apples. I am an engineer. Here, give that back.
I believe you.
We need to fix the process. I'm going to end it with that.
Representative Burrows.
Thanks. I agree with everything that Representative Brown said, but I'm really concerned about the broken sidewalk or whatever it is being a safety hazard, and I would hate to just say we're not gonna do it and somebody gets hurt, and you said you found out about, what was it, a hole or
Well, it's
something?
only here, just drive.
Oh, okay, so I mean, I'm just concerned about somebody getting hurt, but I also agree with everything that you've said.
I want to make sure everybody's clear on this, Mr. Chairman. I did make a motion to vote on this, to approve this.
Okay.
But I'm saying the process is not fixed from when we spoke about this 2 years ago. And I'm not willing to support this moving forward. I will not vote for additional funding to be approved if we don't do the process correctly. That's it. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Representative.
Representative Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't think it's been stated, but do we have signed contracts in place for the paving by both parties and/or the carpet replacement? Previous motion?
We needed their vote to move.
No.
We don't have signed contracts because we needed your approval. And the contracts are now being vetted, significant contracts, especially one like the paving. They're being vetted now by general counsel as a routine process, so.
Any further discussion on the paving for the complex? Representative Taylor.
I see this is valid for 30 days, it's dated July 3rd. I assume they'll honor that beyond the 30 days?
Yes. I've had communication with them along the way to let them know the process, that we're waiting for the delegation to meet and vote on it, so they're aware and they're holding for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further questions?
Okay, I'm going to call Rep. Taylor.
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Rep. Brown.
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin.
Yes.
Rep. Crawford.
Yes.
Rep. Bucco.
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock.
Yes.
Rep. Burrows.
Yes.
Rep. McAleer.
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes. Just make sure this conversation is taken to heart. So those have been moved to those lines or created lines, the newly created line? Would that be
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. The 1.9 million request, that's going to take a few minutes. Who wants to present that?
So I alluded to what the process is before, but if you'd like specifics about the laundry addition, the nursing home administrator and facilities director could speak to that.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're looking, as I think most people know, when the building was built 15 years ago, their cost-saving measure, the laundry stayed here, in a building built in the 1960s. So what we're looking to do is rectify the issue of getting the laundry from that building to this building 12 months out of the year, rain, snow, sleet, and making it operationally a lot better. So we're asking for a 1,400 square foot laundry addition on the southeast side of the building, right next to the loading dock. We've got an agreement with Bonnet Page and Stone, which is one of the premier healthcare builders in the state, and the current, actually they were the existing people who did the construction. So we asked them to be our project manager. They sent out bids, actual bids, for everything from plumbing to mechanical to land work. The original bid came in at right around 1.9 million with some give and take, some of the work that we would agree to do, plus some of the contingencies they took off. We got it down to a 1.7, I believe 1.73 and change. So it's going to be built, if you can see where all the mechanical stuff comes in, it's going to be built right off that, the addition. Everything's going to look the same, the outside's going to look the same. The reason why this is so expensive, if anyone's built a house, you're only required to do certain things. Well, when you build up, add on to a nursing facility, you have fire protection, you have sprinkler systems. The mechanicals, electrical, and plumbing is so much more in-depth. We have plans, if you want to see, that Bob has. We have the scope of the project. We've worked with our architect, EGA, which was instrumental in helping us design this. There's nothing elaborate about this project. We even took out adding new machines because that was going to be an additional $100,000. We also took out that we would do all the cleanup and things around the site. We also let them use this area as a staging area for themselves. So we really cut that price down by $13,000 off the original price. All the mechanical things and stuff like that, Bob is better versed at that than I am. I just know that it's something operationally and safety-wise is much needed for the facility.
What do you say?
What do you say, Mr. Bob? I have a few questions right off the bat.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a second
questions?
Is there going to be a second floor?
No.
Any storage for you?
No. It's all dedicated to the laundry.
All laundry.
All
100% laundry.
100%, correct.
Okay.
That's dirty laundry, Mr. Chairman.
I was going to say, it's going to be some nice laundry when it's done, though.
It's a lot of money.
It
It's
is.
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
If it was
And
done back
please,
then, it would have been.
Don't do a square foot by dollar comparison, because that's not apples for apples. We're not just building a box, we're integrating to systems that are already in the building. We have to move utilities. There's a lot more into it than just a square foot price.
You have to extend your utilities, you have to also extend your heat capabilities.
Everything.
Everything, special grounding for everything.
Everything.
And other requirements from the state and federal to have a facility like that.
Yeah.
I failed to mention, it is in front of the state fire marshal, so we're expecting their approval any minute now. So they have so long, and then, but our architect and our builder was confident they would approve it.
Excellent. And how many bids did you get in? How many bids did Bonnet Page and Stone get in?
They were asking for 3 for every trades group. Some of them came in 2 or 3. They do this all over, all of the states, so it's easier for them. And they got hard numbers from each.
Fantastic.
Trade.
And we did multiple tours with multiple vendors, so I know that they had multiple vendors in.
Okay. And who is the final vendor?
Well, the final vendor is Bonnet Page and Stone.
So they're doing all the work?
Yes, they're doing the work and using subs.
Right.
Subs for plumbing, subs for electrical. That's what they bid out, their subs.
They're the project manager, so for a house it'd be the GC.
So they'd be our general contractor because they built that.
Yes.
So, but each phase is going to have an outside contractor?
Yes.
So they didn't write the RFP, and then they're going to be the recipient of any of that money, other than a project manager fee?
Correct.
Okay. Representative Brown, any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Parker?
Chairman Avellini, we'd be honored to name the new laundry facility after you if you so agree to this.
I would rather not, but thank you. Cafeteria maybe, but not the laundry.
Well, we can make that arrangement.
Representative Hamblin?
So after the laundry is up and running in that building, what is the use or need of this building?
You're pretty much sitting in it right now.
Great question.
Good question.
So a rather expensive conference room.
I'm sure we'll handle that in future delegations at some point.
We do have dreams on the commission, Mr. Chairman. Dreams of getting rid of a lot of these wings.
Mr. Chair, to be totally honest, there was an entirely different plan for the use of the building. That's all it came out then. Because what they had, when we started 2 years ago, an entirely different plan for this annex, until the new commissioner came over and stopped it. So it's not like it's just a conference room. I mean, full truthfulness and transparency.
Yep.
No, and,
It's kind of tough to get that out sometimes.
no, but on the other hand, with the problems with this building, especially the wings, asbestos, we do need a meeting space, which is qualifies. We do need new office space over here, maybe a receiver room and the bathrooms, but we don't need the wings. We have more barns and open storage facility on this place than we know what to do with.
That's not the point.
Well, what the plans were here were kind of ad hoc, and I have a hard time seeing us do business incubators and going against businesses and other private sector folks in the county. Should not be a county issue. Business is business, that should be out there. This is county facilities, and we should sit there and make the best use of them. And right now, those 3 wings aren't any use whatsoever.
Thank you. So the 1.937 is the actual number, or are we
Still
adjusting that
1.7.
number down?
It's down to
It's down?
1718.
Thanks to the work of our staff, we saved about $200,000.
What is the,
If I could, and I
please, you
don't
have the
want to
new,
complicate things,
you have the
but
new numbers?
the amount that we need to approve is the 1.937932 for Gopher. We have to use that money for things related to the nursing home. So we've saved money on the addition. I'd like to send the HVAC upgrades that you already approved to Gopher as well to make up the 1.9. We have to spend the whole 1.9 as part of our loan agreement. I don't want to make it complicated.
It is complicated.
It's always a
because-
dance with
Because there's
these
a lot of
things.
strings to it.
Yes. So HVAC qualifies automatically because it's the type of program that it was created for in the first place. You had approved, I think it was 300 or 350,000 in May to be taken from the fund balance to pay for the HVAC. So I'm going to propose the laundry facility addition plus part of that HVAC to be paid for with Gopher to make up the full 1.9 million that I have to submit to them.
That changes their scope. We're asking for a change of scope from the annex
To
to
the
now
new-
include the laundry and HVAC?
Yep, but both related to the new nursing home, and it's a county nursing home investment program.
Just want to make sure that we are crossing our Ts and dotting our Is so it doesn't come back and say, no, we're not doing this, or we're not getting this much money back because of these changes.
So when I floated both of the ideas by the folks I've been working with at Gopher, they sounded like both efforts that would qualify under the program. So I don't have any, they need our timeline, they need our budget, so they can get a scope change. They don't have any issues of what we're doing with it.
Okay, and the commissioners are on board with, have voted to make that change
Yes.
today?
Did we vote on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was early in the morning, I sometimes forget things, Mr. Chairman.
It's understandable, sir. We have a request going to 1004901.105. 125. That is another new budget line under capital expenditures.
Yes.
All right, so seeing as we're increasing that, are we decreasing the capital expenditures for the heating and HVAC systems?
I'm asking you to just hold it there the way it is for now, because you need to finish this by the end of the month, and I'm not going to have that change of scope from the governor and council. It's complicated. Help me sort how we should best do this. I like having a separate line item specifically for Mountain View Gopher, which is what the creation of 125 does. Puts the whole amount in that line.
The question I have is we're putting in two projects that cover the same item.
All right.
That's usually a no-no when you budget.
I hate to reduce the Mountain View community capital line by $200,000 and then have us come up short somehow.
Okay, let's go at this at a different angle.
Okay.
The HVAC system needs to be done this year? Will it be done this year?
Oh, yeah, as soon as we get to go ahead, I'm gonna pull the trigger. It'll take it's gonna take a few weeks to mobilize, but yes.
No, the HVAC system, the upgrade that you requested back in March.
Yeah, the short answer is yes.
Is it already started?
No, can't without funding.
Didn't we fund 385?
We were just
Already?
waiting for you to finalize your budget, just to make sure everything was,
Yep. The ARPA money was all in limbo, so didn't want to spend anything without your blessing.
We won't belabor that topic. All right. So then we don't need that if we're going to use taxpayer, ARPA money former ARPA money to cover those costs, but we're going to add it on to the gopher request?
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I can get you the 1.9, no sweat.
With the laundry, I'm sorry, we're having a cross conversation, we're trying to.
So one of the things that we talked about, Bob and I, is about adding contingency into that for us, so it doesn't cost the taxpayer a dollar. So if we get 1.7 and we throw 5% contingency, we're at 1.8. Okay, so now we only have another $100,000 to spend. I have work that I can do and buy things for the facility that would benefit the facility with the extra $100,000. And I can be as specific or as vague as you want me to be.
well, it would be depending upon gopher, because if we're sending a request to gopher that we're funding this project at 1.9 in order to get the maximum allowable reimbursement of 775.
I would be 100% comfortable with that they would approve it because I have quotes, I have things, it's for the health and safety of the residents.
Okay, and then we would save those numbers in other areas that we've already budgeted for.
Correct. Well,
We're not-
there'd be capital purchases coming up.
Yeah, we're not going to have a slush fund at the end of the year that everybody's going to be dipping their toes in.
No.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, please.
We've been there. We've had that happen.
So with all
Yep.
due respect,
Of course.
and nothing, Melissa and I haven't chatted about this, I would take the 1.9, put it for the laundry and any additional improvements and leave Bob's HVAC thing in a separate bucket.
That's what I would recommend as well, since we already funded it. Let's not commingle. And if there's money left over, you might be able to get a new washing machine.
Wonderful.
All right, any further discussion? I think we've enjoyed the discussion so far.
I do feel clear at the answer.
Yes. Mr. Clark, acting clerk.
I make a motion on that, no one's made a motion yet.
Oh, well, thank you. Motion made by Smith, second.
Second.
Representative Hamblin, any further discussion? Mr. Clark? Mr. Acting Clerk?
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Now, to go on, we have a final number in our capital expenditures with the new lines.
$6,704,884.
Motion to approve that new number as requested.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
Representative Brown?
Second,
Second.
Representative Taylor.
What was that amount again, 6 million?
6704884.
Okay, so make sure that's right. Okay, ready to call?
Please.
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Total revenue,
Mr. Chairman, do you want to vote on the new bottom line for the general fund, or are we there yet? I don't-
bottom line general fund,
29,353,574.
and that is for total expenditures?
For the general fund, do you want, and we didn't make any changes to the nursing home, so I can give you the bottom expense if you would rather.
Yep, nope, let's do the, because we're now treating the nursing home as its own independent entity now? Or,
No, we just.
no, just moved it off to the side, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the general fund, and then we can do both, that way we'll be compliant.
So
The
the-
expense account in the 100 fund, which is your,
Everything but the nursing home expenses is,
29,353,574.
correct.
That includes everything that we've added at the executive committee to 233, and everything we've done today.
Yes.
That's 2.9 million additional.
Everything except the nursing home.
Right, sorry. Mr. Chairman, I didn't hear any, what you said?
Is that 2.9, it looks like it's 2.9 million over our current budget. Just want to make sure the numbers match.
Yep, so we were requesting you to approve 2,696,000 today, so that's the increase.
Yeah, does that also have the increase for the 233? So make sure we got it right.
In the spreadsheet that I have here, it's all included. All the
Okay.
votes you took today and the electronic record.
Thank you. 29,353,574 is the new expenditure lines for the 100 fund,
Correct.
which is our general county expenses. Motion to approve.
I'll move.
Second?
I'll second.
Round, discussion. Just for background, it's everything we did, and we did approve the records, retention records upgrade for the county last week. Mr. Clark?
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamblin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer? And
Yes.
the chair.
Yes. Total county expense budget, 49146,751.
Correct.
Does that include the change we made? No, that's something else.
So we made a change, but it was just a wash.
Yep.
So there was no change to the nursing home budget.
Is there a page on here that has our bottom line of both the Mountain 300 fund and the 100 fund?
No.
What is that number prior to these?
One second.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. The combined number?
Correct, prior to making these changes, so we to make sure that we have the correct numbers.
Manually add them together. That's what they were before.
Yeah, we'll be passing our budget, and then we can make sure that we are doing our due diligence to make sure that this budget is wrapped up nice and tight. Because it needs to go out on Monday, Tuesday. We're almost done.
Equivalent to 3/4 of a mile highway. Not a highway, but Route 16.
And all the cement work, they're doing the sidewalks, the corners.
I'm actually going back to your minutes from March, see what you voted on. To where we are now.
Do we not have access to the accounting system to just pull up what our budget was?
No, I don't have access to the combined one when I'm over here. No. So your total expense budget that you approved in March was 42,066,282.
4206?
42,066,282.
Bless you. Thank you.
42,066,282.
We're asking for a $7 million increase.
Yes, and we're also asking for you to raise the amount from fund balance when you get to the revenue side to offset that.
Say that one more time.
So when you get to the revenue, if you could revisit the revenue, we're asking for you to increase the amount to be used by fund balance, from fund balance to 12 million
Yep, we'll take care of that when we're done with the
to
expenditures.
offset it, so there's your 70 million.
Okay. So we're expending that 800,000 as well? Or is that just moving it over into the budget so it can be, everybody can be combined and happy in the general fund?
Yes, and so we can close out that grant fund
Okay.
where the interest is still sitting. We're doing the transfer, the proper process this time.
All right. And that closes the ARPA account,
Correct.
and it's all into here. But what is going to be left over out of that money? 1.1 million or so?
So there will be, I'm just trying to see, so the interest that we have is only showing through the end of July, so there'll be any accumulated interest, if you could account for that. We are using some of that interest for this to help move the Gopher project forward, so there'll be about 353,000 left.
Well, didn't we have $7-something million in the ARPA fund?
Yes. So as of July 31st, we had $7.4 million available, if you will, including what had already been moved to the fund balance and then the interest that was still sitting in a bank account. If you'd like to include that all as one thing, we just felt that you should vote separately on moving the interest over.
Well, there's that, and we're going to have an overage of revenue compared to expenses if we're adding in more than what we need. So the budget would not be balanced. We would have more revenue than we would have for our budget needs.
Because of the interest.
And moving everything into the revenue line.
So, what's missing off this sheet? It reduces the amount to be raised by taxes. That's how we balance it out.
So we need a motion on that number. But let's finish the expenditures.
Okay.
49146751 is the
I got that.
motion
Yep, I'll
for
move.
expenditures. Moved by Smith, seconded.
Second.
Representative Woodcock, discussion. Trying to move us through this, because I know you guys are all getting. Mr. Clark.
Okay,
Mr. Clark.
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Duco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Have the commissioners authorized the use of this interest for projects?
Just adding it to the revenue.
What is the harm in leaving the interest in that account until next year where we can physically move, when it can be physically moved?
There's no harm.
Then-
To be honest with you, we were kind of using the cash because we haven't borrowed from the TAN yet this year. So every little bit helps, but we could hold off.
Yeah, I would rather do that. That way we have a full year's interest and we can include it in the future budget.
Okay.
It just muddies the waters, to be honest with you.
Okay.
All right. We're lowering the amount of fund balance or keeping it the same now?
Just gonna take the interest out of the revenue. I had that calculated in, so. Give me a second, please.
Yeah, okay. We'll recess for 10 minutes while we get some new numbers. Every time that, take ahead.
12:42.
Understood? I agree.
Thank you.
All right, we have everybody back. We have enough here. All right. Ms. Siemens, give us the new number.
I just need to 2 minutes before we leave.
So we're going to change the use of fund balance to that number.
12 million?
12,080,469.
Okay.
That includes motion to approve the use of fund balance in the amount of $12,080,469.
I'd like to make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Brown, second?
Second.
Representative Hamblin. Just give us a quick overview, Ms. Siemens.
Sure, so initially in March, the delegation approved using $5 million of fund balance. And the additional $7,080,000 that you just said, which I don't have in front of me, the 7,080,469, is everything that the delegation has approved as projects out of fund balance, including your votes in May. The electronic records the executive committee approved earlier this month, as well as all of your votes today, are that $7,080,000.
Okay. Any questions? Mr. Clark,
Yep, Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Outside.
as long as you have 8.
Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes. You have 8?
Yep, we got 9.
You have 9. Wonderful. All right. Final revenue number is 49146,751. Make sure both numbers match.
Oh, no revenue.
Yep, 49146,751. Motion to approve 49146,751 in revenue.
I'll move.
Thank you, Representative Smith, second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Representative Crawford. Any questions? Mr. Clark?
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Typically, the chair and clerk sign the MS 45. Typically, it's part of our requirements from DRA. Any members of the delegation have any issues with us signing that outside of a meeting?
No.
Thank you. All right, subcommittee assignments. We all done with the fund balance and budget? Ms. Siemens has forwarded us her resignation. Motion to accept.
I'll move.
Representative Smith, second.
That's second.
Thank you.
Representative Brown?
Representative Brown, any discussion? Mr. Clark, motion to accept.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Rep. Brown?
Yes.
Rep. Hamlin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
No.
No? You change that? I assumed the yes. Rep. Woodcock?
No.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer?
No.
Chair.
Yes. And thank you for everything you've done for us, Ms. Siemens, through the years, and we wish you well in your next endeavors. All right, any other business to come before the delegation? I just have one, the investigative committee that we approved back in March. We're going to make a motion to disband that. The commissioners have been served with, I guess, a new lawsuit. I do not want to distract them from their duties doing that. I will make that motion to disband it. Second. Representative Woodcock. Any further discussion?
Just
Representative
question.
Burrows.
You said another lawsuit? Does this mean there's more than one? It's the same one?
We can let the commissioners answer if you'd like. I did.
We were on hold, legal hold, and the formal lawsuit was filed 2 months ago, or a month ago? 2 months ago. Month ago.
Okay, so it's the same thing?
It's a continuation.
Okay, got it.
We're on legal hold, and they filed the lawsuit.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Can you repeat the motion, please?
We're disbanding the investigative committee. So the commissioners can concentrate on their lawsuit. And it wouldn't cause any conflict of interest if any of the delegation were called to testify. Would I be correct, County Attorney? Thank you. Mr. Clark?
Rep. Taylor?
Yes.
Clerk is yes. Rep.
Yes.
Brown? Rep. Hamblin?
Yes.
Rep. Crawford?
Yes.
Rep. Bucco?
Yes.
Rep. Woodcock?
Yes.
Rep. Burrows?
Yes.
Rep. McAleer?
Yes.
And the chair.
Yes. Any other business to come before the delegation? Comment?
Request, actually, if you want to indulge me. You're doing that.
Sorry, Commissioner Parker.
Representative works too, them both. You had a subcommittee on outside agencies. It's a high level of interest among us. Would you like a liaison from the commissioners to just, obviously it's your committee, but at least sit in and work with you and talk ideas back and forth?
I would reach out to Representative McDonald if he would like that. I see no issue with it. I would rather more discussion than less.
All right.
And we can move forward that way.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. And Representative Woodcock.
In the past, though, there were wide open meetings for the public and commissioners, anyone wanted to come.
Yes, I would recommend that.
They are.
Or
They always are.
if you guys wish to have input from the commissioners, I think they would be there to answer
They
questions.
all come and testify.
Seeing no other business, we are in recess until call of the chair. I'm anticipating our next meeting will be our budget hearing in December. Very welcome, and thank you everyone for your indulgence. We ran a little long, but we got there.
12:59.
Before you go ahead, comment.